welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some more lunch ideas. These are going to be perfect for your kids, your toddlers, whether you are homeschooling or if you are actually back in school. These are definitely going to work for you. So I really think that you will enjoy all of these fun recipes. So pretty much all of the different lunch containers that I'm going to be using in this video are from the company Zoku. They did send me all of these products, and I have to say they're really, really nice. They have some really cool like bento boxes. They have a larger one as well as a smaller one. I also really like their little food stacker thermos. It is perfect if you have a kid that likes to eat a hot lunch, but they have to take something to school with them and you can't have them warm it up at school. This is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna be making a little lunch and it'll keep nice and hot in this one. And they also have these really adorable water bottles that my kids have been loving. I got Brinley the unicorn one. Easton has the dinosaur one. They have a ton of really cool products on their website. It's not just lunch kit stuff. They have a ton of things over there. I've actually used their products in the past and I really, really like them. I think you guys will too. I was able to get a discount code for you guys, so you can actually get 15% off their website if you're interested. I will have everything linked down below in my description box, so definitely check that out if you are interested in any of these products. And let's go ahead and get into all of these lunch ideas. For this first lunch idea, I thought it would be fun to do a little yogurt parfait with some fruits and then some veggies on the side. So I'm starting off with the larger bento box that I got from the Zoku company, and then I'm going to be adding in one of our favorite Greek yogurts. This is the strawberry oikos Greek yogurt. It's a blended one and it always is super good. I did decide to take it out of the container and put it into the smaller container that came in this bento box. Because this is Greek yogurt, it's super high in protein, so I didn't feel the need to add a meat or any other protein here. I'm just going to be adding lots of fruits and veggies, and that's going to be perfect for this little lunch. Perfect for a kid or an adult. Really great idea and super easy to do as well. And then on the side, I decided to chop up some strawberries. These can either go on the yogurt or they can just eat them on the side. And then to be a little bit more fun, I decided to add in some mini chocolate chips that can go right onto the Greek yogurt. And then for a veggie, I decided to slice up some red peppers and then some cucumbers. Those are my kids' favorites, so they will devour this lunch. So this is the first little lunch idea. For the next lunch, I'm going to be making a turkey and cheese roll-up. You can totally make this with whatever you have on hand, but I'm going to show you how I like to make our roll-ups. So I'm just starting off with a medium tortilla, and then I'm taking a little bit of mayo and spreading that around. You could also use cream cheese or any of your other favorite spreads. And then I'm just taking a little bit of shredded cheese. This is a Colby and Monterey Jack blend. Again, use whatever your family favorite is. And then I will usually take about 4 pieces of lunch meat. On this particular day, I was using turkey because that's our favorite, but of course you can substitute that for ham or whatever other meat that your family likes. And then to add a little bit of veggies in there, I just had some romaine lettuce, and then I'm going to roll all of this up and I'm actually just going to cut it into slices. You can totally make this just as a wrap and serve it up that way, but I wanted to take it one step further and I just cut these into little slices. It makes it kind of fun and something a little bit different than just your typical wrap. Your kids probably won't even realize that they're eating a wrap. It's going to look a little bit different. So it's just kind of a fun option to do it this way, but feel free to leave it just in a wrap form if you want to do it that way. I kept the sides really simple here with just some fresh berries, but of course you can serve this with chips, you can serve it with any sort of fresh veggie or fresh fruit, and that will be a perfect little lunch for your child. For this next lunch, I'm going to be making a pizza Lunchable at home. So this is going to be a lot more affordable than getting the little Lunchables at the grocery store. And you probably have all of the ingredients on hand already. I know this is stuff that I already had on hand, so I didn't have to purchase anything. But I'm just starting off with 1 large flour tortilla. You can definitely use any size here, but I chose to use a larger one just so I could get more pieces for the little pizzas. And then I'm just using a little heart-shaped cookie cutter. You can definitely use whatever shape you want here, but you're going to want little pieces of the tortilla. Of course, you can just slice this up with a knife as well, but I wanted to make it a little bit more fun, so I went with more of a Valentine's Day theme here. These little pieces of tortilla are going to be the crust for this pizza. It's such a fun little way to make a Lunchable at home for your kids, and it can be definitely a fun theme for them, like I did with the hearts here. And then in this little container, I'm just putting in a little bit of marinara sauce, just because that's what I had on hand. Otherwise, use pizza sauce. And then I'm adding in some mozzarella cheese. I also love to add pepperoni, but I didn't have any on hand this day, so this is the third lunch. For this next lunch, I'm making one of our family's all-time favorites. This is going to be an Italian pasta salad. So I'm starting off by boiling up about half a box of the tri-color rotini noodles. Use any kind of rotini, will be totally fine for this one, but just get those all cooked up and then drain them off when they're fully cooked through. You are going to want to rinse them with some cold water. That's just going to help the noodles from sticking together. Once my noodles are all drained off, I'm just adding them into a bowl here with about half of a chopped up bell pepper. I like to use the red one. And then I'm also adding in about half of a cucumber that's all chopped up, and then a good handful of some mozzarella cheese. You can definitely adjust the ratios here, just depending on your family's preferences. Sometimes I will add in cube cheese instead, and that also turns out really good. And then the secret ingredient here is to use the zesty Italian dressing. It has to be the zesty one. It always turns out so good. And then I always add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm sorry I don't have exact measurements here on the dressing, but just add it to taste. You might want a little bit more or a little bit less, but you guys, this is seriously so good, and it's such an easy pasta to make. It's definitely one of our favorites. Another thing that sometimes we'll add in is pepperoni. It is so good. You guys are gonna love this one. This next lunch is going to be a hot lunch idea. I'm actually making some mac and cheese from scratch. So I'm adding in probably about half a box of elbow noodle pasta. I am salting the water, and then I'm just gonna cook these noodles until they are fully cooked through, and then I will be draining them off once they're fully cooked. Now into that same pot that I cooked the noodles in, I'm adding in about 1 heaping tablespoon of butter, and I'm just gonna get that completely melted down. Once it has completely melted, I'm gonna add in about a heaping tablespoon of just regular all-purpose flour, and you're gonna wanna whisk that together. Yes, I'm using a wooden spoon here, and I do eventually switch to a whisk, so just start off with a whisk right off the bat. Once that has cooked for like a good 30 seconds to a minute, you're gonna be adding in 1 cup of milk, and you're just gonna want to gradually add that in. The sauce will thicken up as you add in the milk, and then we're eventually gonna add in some cheese as well. Once all of the milk is added in and the sauce has thickened up, I'm going to be adding in my cheese. So for me personally, I like to do about half a cup of Colby and Monterey Jack, and then close to a cup of cheddar cheese. You can definitely play around with the cheeses here and add what you like. Some people like different cheeses in their mac and cheese, but this is what I will usually add. And then I am also going to be adding quite a bit of salt and pepper to taste, and just get all of this mixed together. Now it's time to add in our pasta, so just get that added right into your pot, give it a good mix together, and then this mac and cheese is done. After I've added the pasta in there, I always like to give it a quick little taste just to see if it needs any more salt or pepper, anything like that. You can definitely adjust the seasonings here if you want, but this is a really easy mac and cheese recipe that our family really enjoys, and I think yours will as well. And then I'm just gonna add this into our little food jar that I got from Zoku. It actually kept it really hot for quite some time. So if you're on the hunt for a good food jar or a little thermos like this, I think you would really enjoy this for sending lunches to school with your kids. Well, that is going to wrap up this lunch ideas video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I share a lot of cooking content on my channel, really quick and easy recipes, grocery hauls, and other motherhood related content. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure you are subscribed. But I will catch you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, da da